Hi everybody, welcome to Gina's Baking Time. I went back into the Borg cookbook. On page 112 is a chocolate oatmeal bars. So let me see if I can put it real close for you. So I do have my pan. It says to bring the first 4 ingredients to a boil and boil for 1 minute. So the first 4 ingredients are a quarter of a cup of butter, a half a cup of milk, 2 cups of white sugar, and a half a cup of cocoa. Again, a quarter cup of butter, a half a cup of milk, 2 cups of white sugar, and a half a cup of cocoa. And I have it in my pot here, and it says to wait until it boils. So I'm just waiting for this to boil. And I'm using the bigger pot instead of my 2-quart pot because this is just going to be better. Because to this, it's going to boil for a minute. And then I am going to put 2 cups of mini marshmallows, a cup of peanut butter, 3 teaspoons of vanilla, and then 3 cups of quick oats. I have already sprayed with butter, Pam, whatever you want to use, my 9x13 pan. And so I'm just waiting for this to boil. I'll be back. All right, so it is starting to boil. So I am going to let this boil for a minute, and it looks amazing already. It's nice and ooey and dark and chocolate. And so let me just wait for a minute for this to boil, and I'll be back. All right, so it has been boiling for about a minute. So I will put a cup of peanut butter in it. This so reminds me of ooey gooey bars, or no-bake cookies. That's what it reminds me of. Because according to the recipe, you can also drop them on wax paper, like a dollop on wax paper, but I'm going to make bars. Okay, there goes the peanut butter, a cup of peanut butter, and we're going to do 3 cups of rolled oats, and 2 cups of mini marshmallows. I suppose you could use the big ones and then just cut them up, but this is just easier. And I figure 2 cups is about half the bag. So in go the marshmallows. Do a little bit more just because. All right, but the recipe says 2 cups of marshmallows. And then it calls for 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And if you've been watching me, you know the vanilla, I use the cap, which is about a teaspoon. So, and now let's stir. Because you want to cook the oatmeal a little bit. Again, this is like a no-bake bar. And let's bring it over to the counter. And I'm going to put a couple of hot pads. Let's see if we can get you right here. Well, you know what I mean. A couple of hot pads. And I'm just going to stir it up a little bit more, because what's happening is that the peanut butter is melting. The mini marshmallows are melting also. And it is looking so amazing. So let me go ahead and get my pan here that is already buttered, and it's 9x13. And I'm just going to pour it into my pan. And of course it's going to have to cool and set up. So it'll probably be about an hour for this to cool and set up so that I can cut it and show you exactly what it looks like. Oh my goodness. Chocolate, marshmallows, peanut butter. Oh, a s'mores in a pan. And then of course, because there was marshmallows in there, you are going to want to put water in the pan right away, so you can get all the ickies out. All right, I have another spatula over here that had the peanut butter on it. So I'm just going to get all the good stuff. See, I want to get all the good stuff off. And this has been Gina's Baking Time. I hope you enjoy. It doesn't take very long, less than 15 minutes. I mean, you see how long this video is. I did stop a couple of times so that I could get this to a boil. And so, of course, the cook has to have a sample. And let me go ahead and see. Oh, it looks so good. Tastes just like a no-bake cookie. So I thank you all so much for coming to Gina's Baking Time. Have a great day, and I will see you next week.